morning. I want to remind y'all, ask your server if y'all would like to, and I really mean this, if you'd like to take a to-go box home, please do. We've got more food than enough to do. We don't do breakfast here very often, so we wanted to make sure we didn't run out. Good morning. I'd like to take a moment now to introduce Philip P.J. Waters. He is with the Alabama Farm Extension System. He's an extension specialist with aquaculture and recreational pond management. That's what's on your card, PJ.
That's right.
But PJ is responsible for spearheading the Oyster Trail initiative, which he'll explain to y'all about here in just a little bit. And then he will unveil our oyster sculpture and introduce our artist. So PJ, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is P.J. Waters. You can step out from under that. I am one of the coordinators of the Oyster Trail. My co-coordinator is Marie Dyson over here. By the way, Marie. We're really excited to be here. Yesterday we celebrated the 1-year anniversary of the trail. A year ago yesterday we unveiled a half dozen giant fiberglass oysters in downtown Mobile. Today, we're unveiling the 17th oyster on the trail. We've got oysters 18, 19, and 20 are currently with their artists. So the trail's grown quite a bit in the last year. We'd like to thank Joe and Mary Lou Roskowski, David and Jane Deacle, Cecilia Mace, and the entire family of the original Oyster House. These are the sponsors of this site. And these are the sponsors that make the trail possible. Without them, none of this could be. We started the trail, like I said, about a year ago. Its mission is to educate, to entertain, and to inform on all subjects oysters. Oysters play a tremendous role in our lives, whether we know it or not. So we focus a lot on the economics and the environmental qualities and aspects of oysters. The trail is a scavenger hunt around the bay. Trail maps lead the visitors to the trail around the different sites. Each map has on it the scavenger hunt form, the answers to the questions that are found on the plaques that are on the base of the oysters. Visitors will fill these forms out, send them back in to us. You win prizes related to the oysters. Proceeds from the trail go to support the restoration efforts of the Mobile Bay Oyster Gardening Program. It's a volunteer-based program. The volunteer gardeners and adopters have raised enough oysters to restore about 30 acres of reef. So everything that we do here goes back into the ecosystem to support and to renew storm degradation on oyster reefs. These giant oysters that are scattered across the bay, as you'll soon see, have been painted by local artists. Today's artist is America Jones. We really focus on using local artists because it gives us a chance to see some amazing talent that we have right here in our community. So at this time, without much more delay, I'm going to ask that Joe and Mary Lou, David and Jane, and America and Cecilia, if you're not filming, come up and we'll unveil honor. Also Dr. Barry Booth, who is here with us. I know, I saw him earlier. So if you'll come up, we'll unveil honor. But before we unveil them, I want to say about this one specifically. From the very beginning, we knew this oyster was going to be special. We love all of our oysters, they're all special. But this one is our opportunity to step back and to consider the sacrifices of so many before us that have allowed us to live our dreams. On behalf of the Oyster Trail and the volunteer gardeners and adopters of the Mobile Bay Oyster Gardening Program, I want to thank you all for joining us and the original Oyster House for making possible this oyster to honor those who have truly given us the opportunity to do what we do. So we thank you very much. Without further ado,
of course. Would the other honor flight team members come up and join us, please? I'll get to say a few words in a few moments, but I want everybody to know my colleagues with the Honor Flight Corps team are Colonel Pat Downing. He was our director of Guardian Training, probably the most responsible position in our program. He was in the crosshairs of training all the Guardians that took care of our American treasures. Colonel John Newton was in charge of security between Mobile and Washington, and looked after everything at the airport, and we all were very comfortable with the support we got from the police department and the fire department. And then probably what the veterans remember most, even though we had a great day everywhere at all the memorials, but what they remember is that welcome home at the airport. And Ms. Margaret Coley was a director of volunteers and managed the airport reception and brought it from the magic of the day to something that was surreal when our heroes came into the Mobile airport. So I want everyone to know that the Honor Flight program is very much a communal effort, and it was so wonderful for us to coalesce at a particular time in our lives to support each other and give honor to those who sacrificed so much 60 years ago along with their families, because they gave up their youth so that we live our dream today and we have the America that we have. So I'm really glad that the full team is here. So y'all join us in unveiling this wonderful honor to all of the veterans programs and support activities. Robert. I think Amy, Amarika Jones, the artist, has done a magnificent job of capturing the essence of the community support of all veteran service organizations and the opportunity to support families. The Honor Flight, of course, is depicted on the back of the Oyster, and we're all very proud of that. And to each of you and everyone was a supporter for the Honor Flight program. The children, the kids, the families, the veteran service organizations, churches, communities throughout South Alabama supported and made it the success that it is.
PJ.
And I think Amy's done a great job of, actually she's put, if you look at Colonel New's belt buckle this morning, we finally got it on him. So you can see it's more or less depicted on the back of this Oyster, which we are very, very proud. And then we have Bill Tunnel here from the battleship, and it is depicted on the other side. Y'all want to turn that around? So
Yeah, I get that.
Amy has just done a fantastic job of capturing the support of the veterans community and portraying the honor that goes to all of those who serve, but not only to those in uniform, to the families, because the families are the ones that give to the nation the most precious thing in their life, and that's their children. So we should never forget them. Amy, we think you've done a great job, gal.
Thank you guys for coming to our unveiling of our Oyster.
honor. Honor is integrity in your beliefs. Most importantly, honor is integrity in your actions. Honor is woefully short in this day and age. I've had the opportunity through David Riley to host over the past several years not many, but several trips several trips with disabled veterans. What a humbling experience for me and my crew. And we all have a great time. They exude honor. I mean, it just comes natural to them. And it's hard to, from a guy that's not in service, to say thank you to these guys that have given all. And like Barry said, the families who's given so much more, basically because they've given their children. Again, thank you guys for coming. It's a humbling experience for me. What a treasure you are to this country. Thank you.
I just want to quickly recognize our staff, Sarah, Kathleen, Deb, who cooked in the back, our servers. Y'all just give them a round of applause. They got Thank you so much. And I'm going to like to recognize Alan Hastings and Bud Morris as our general manager and assistant. Alan, stand up. Alan is responsible and Bud for keeping this place going. So proud of you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's go. Alan, one thing I didn't tell you, since you wanted me to remind you, that we are going to make this an annual event. Unfortunately, we were not able to pull everything together by the 4th of July, which would have been very appropriate, I think. But we are going to try to make this an annual breakfast. So this is the first annual. Thank you all for being a part of it.
Back at St. Lawrence Church, I am known for short homilies. So once again, thanks to everybody that participated. Thanks everybody for your service. Thank our wonderful host. Everybody have a great day and realize our job now is to pass on what motivated you to the next generation. Amen. Amen.
Once again, too, Joe and David were very strong supporters of our Honor Flight program right from the beginning. And certainly this is not a culmination of their thoughts with regard to supporting veterans and those who serve, but we are mighty grateful for the interest that they've shown and to really go outside the lines in the Oyster Trail concept to promote the story of honor to our veterans, and we're mighty grateful to them.
Thank you.
You know, everyone in this here this morning needs to know how grateful we are to the vets for coming out to see us, because they're very generous with their time in making personal appearances. Although this time I got so many answers, they wanted me to talk to their agent.